Hi friends, thank you for joining me today. January project is finished. Yes, it is all done. I have it right here in my hand. It is lovely. It is quilted and bound. The binding is on. So this is 12 projects of 2023. Project 1 is complete. I will insert a video here to show you the process, some of the process of completing this project. All right, so I'm working on this quilt. It's not a very big quilt, but it is big for this little machine and this little space. But I did want to give you just a little view of me trying to stitch in the ditch. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to let this play for a few seconds. I have this side rolled like a tube going through the throat, and I'm kind of rolled up this side, and I've thrown it over my shoulder, and I'm using my hands to guide the fabric and try to stay as straight as possible. It's a lot to go through this little machine. I'm thinking about long arming services and dollar signs. Because this is tough. But here we go. The next one is gonna be well, depending on what it is, it's going to be a hand piece, hand quilted, I believe, I think. All right. Okay, so the quilt top is ready to be bound and the binding is ready. So I am going to bind the quilt top now and I'll be done. Quilt number 1, all done. I've also completed 20 blocks of the snowball block project that I'm working on. I will also insert a little clip of that here. All right, this is the layout I chose for the snowballed blocks. This is 20 blocks done so far and up on the wall. So finishing a quilt on a tiny machine in a tiny space is quite a challenge. But when it is finished, it is so satisfying. It's so satisfying. So next thing is to wash the quilt and decide what journey this quilt is going to take. So I have a tip from this January quilt that was very useful, that I'm going to share. Now, this tip didn't originate with me. I heard it on 1 or 2 or 3 quilting YouTube videos. So it's not my personal tip, but I tried it today and while I was binding this quilt, and it really helped. So I sew the binding on the back of the quilt and then flip it over to the front. So the tip today is to, after sewing the binding on the back of the quilt, iron it open, and then it folds over very easily and you get a nice fold and lovely corners. So iron the binding after attaching it to the back of the quilt. So I'm going to now choose the second project for the year, which will be February's project. Alright, so I'm going in, I've picked one, I'm going to open it. Let's see what it says. It's number 11. Start and complete the jewel quilt. Wow. February's project is going to be quite challenging. I have a folder here that has some quilt patterns in it, and one of them is what I'm calling the jewel quilt. I don't know if that's the actual name of it, but let me tell you, it's called the chandelier. The chandelier quilt, but I'm calling it the jewel. I don't know why. Looks like a jewel to me. So this is the chandelier quilt, and this is the kit for the Granny's House pillow. So I'm going to show you what's in the kit. In the kit is the pattern. It's a pattern by Laurie Holt of Bee in My Bonnet. So this is the pattern. It's a pillow. And then the kit comes with lace, buttons, felt, wool for the applique, which I have never done. And it comes with some cuts of fabric, some 10-inch squares. So cuts of fabric. Let's look at the fabric. So this is one. This is the background fabric. And these are the 10-inch squares. This is one. This is another. This is another. And another 10-inch squares. And a charm pack, which is at the bottom, called Granny Chic by Laurie Holt of Bee in My Bonnet. So this is the charm pack. So that's what we're gonna be doing in February. So I feel very challenged by the February draw, especially considering there are no holidays in February, no days off in February. But anyhow, it is what it is. I am pretty excited about the challenge. So again, chandelier and Granny's House pillow and plate hot pads. And I have been thinking about doing plate hot pads anyway, because the ones I have are Christmas themed and I'm ready to change them out. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share one of the things that I really love with you. Like and share and comment. Let me know what you think. And be kind, walk good. More to come.